Welcome back to Not a Strong Start, a podcast by filmmakers who talk movies, television, and talk at lengths about gelato. I am your host, Mike at my mouth.
I am not your host, tall Hispanic who speaks sometimes.
And I'm your other guy, the talking head.
There you go. So in this episode, we're going to talk about bad movie descriptions. So Jose was kind enough to come up with some good descriptions of movies. Me and George are going to sit back, listen to them, and see if it makes any sense to us at all, and see if it's anything that we can identify.
I mean, I gotta say, confidence you have in me that you already labeled them good. It says a lot. All right. Hopefully, I live up to the standard because I don't know. We're gonna find out. Some might be good, some might not be good, but I try to make up what I can.
There you go.
Yeah, we're
And
not
we'll
a
have
strong
gelato
start
in
after
between.
all, right?
There you go. Or in the middle, or strong ending. Not strong at
Yeah.
anything. There you go.
So yeah, for this one, for our listeners, we decided we wanted to have a little fun with this episode. You know, instead of just talking about something specific, is we want to do a bad movie description horror edition. Just focus on horror edition. So I'm gonna try my best to badly describe a movie and see if George and Dan can guess what movie it is.
Tremors.
All right.
All right.
Should we just go right into it?
Let's do it.
See.
Ready for the first one. Okay, here we go. Mama's boy ruining people's good time because he can't swim.
Friday
Throw it
13th.
out there.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Friday the
Yeah.
13th. There we
As
go.
soon
I
as you
thought
said Mama's boy, I knew right away Friday the
Yeah.
13th.
yeah, I thought I'd warm it up a little bit. Which we had a Friday the 13th last month, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Like
did.
an actual Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Mhm.
Feel like I didn't take full advantage of it. Like you should do something on Friday the 13th. Doesn't
Like
matter
turn
when it
into a
is.
werewolf. That's some good plans.
Yeah.
That's
Or do what I did, just walk around your neighborhood with a machete in your hand.
There you
There's
go.
a lot of tall grass. That's why. There's
But in fairness, George, you do that all the time. That's every Sunday for you.
Puerto Rican, man.
Exactly. Puerto Rico.
Just picture and the neighbor's about to call the cops and someone puts their phone down. No, it's Friday the 13th. It's good.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
It's just our friendly neighborhood Hispanic. It's okay.
Yeah. Every neighborhood has one.
All right, next one. Here we go. Irresponsible kid doesn't know how to take care of his pet.
Take care of his pet.
Yes, irresponsible kid does not
Gremlins.
know how to. Yes, Gremlins. There we
Nice.
go. All right, maybe I made
Hey.
these too easy. You guys are on top of it. Like,
Let's
quickly.
see.
Yeah.
All right, let's go for the next one. This actual one is kind of easy too. I'm sure you guys are gonna get it quick.
Okay.
Just my brother trying to get a hold of his sister for over 20 years, but he keeps just missing her.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween. Good. These are fun.
All right, next one. This one might be a little bit harder, but let's find out because you guys are on
Okay.
fire. All right. A man desperately looks for a donor who can help save him, but his best friend won't help him.
Child's play.
Damn, George. All right. All right. All he wants is a body donation.
Yeah.
That's it. Just
Yeah.
donate
That's
the
it.
A full
body.
body donor.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Selfish ass best friends. Like, no, I want my
Yeah.
body.
Right?
You have another body to spare, I'm sure. Come on now. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find your own. Go into the doll. Live as a doll.
There you go.
All right. Loyal woman tries all she can to inspire an ungrateful man.
Misery.
Dang, all right.
He is pretty ungrateful in that movie, for being honest.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
she feeds him, she bathes him, she takes care of his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah,
Come
Gives
on.
him medication.
She
Yeah.
could have left him out there to like die, into the wilderness. She
Yeah.
got his creative juices working again.
And gave him creativity for his next book. Like, come
Right?
on. That sounds pretty good to me.
Exactly. I mean, we've all at one point or another, written or done, something creative. We all know what it feels like when you get that block, that creative block. We should be so lucky to have someone that's loyal enough about our work to inspire us.
Right?
Exactly, right? As long as they get us on the right feet. As long as they keep our feet straightened out, we're
Yeah.
okay, It's all right.
All right, let's go to the next one. People are absolutely dying over the fact that the main star of a popular movie is making an effort to meet them.
Is this? It's not New Nightmare.
No.
Okay.
So people are absolutely dying over the fact that the main star of a popular movie is making an effort to meet them.
Hmm.
Oh, I think this one kind of got me.
Ah,
let's
okay,
see.
finally, I got one.
Okay. Okay. Of a popular movie is dying to meet them.
Each part of this is important. So
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
people
Say it
are
again.
absolutely dying
Dying.
over the fact that the main star of a popular
Oh,
movie
got
is
it.
making an effort to
Ring.
meet them.
The Ring.
Yes, the
There
Ring.
it is.
Nice.
I was like,
Nice.
popular movie. I was like, okay, there we go. Got it. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Originally had it
That's a
as
good one.
viral, but I'm like, no, that's
No,
too
no.
easy.
Yeah. And you automatically think like online and stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Good.
All right. Next one. Mother doesn't know what's gotten into her daughter, but she's become gross, rude, and disrespectful.
The Exorcist.
Exorcist. Ah. Medication would have helped with that. You know, just take a little bit of take some NyQuil.
Yeah, kids these days, you know,
Yeah.
what does any Hispanic parent say? No, malcriado. Okay, that's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Hispanic parents,
Exactly.
man, she never tried frickin' any Sprite, ginger ale, or most importantly, just some of that vapor rub, man.
Exactly,
Some of
man.
that Vicks vapor rub. That's all.
On the chest, on the bottom of the feet with socks on. We've all been there.
that's when the mom comes in with a belt. Oh, I'll give you something to exercise.
Mom starts talking in tongues.
Yeah, she starts talking worse than the demon did.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Takes a crucifix from the priest, gives him a chancla. Try this. It always works.
Try this.
Calmate.
And the evil entity's like, I'm out.
I
Wrong
did not
household,
sign
I'm
up for
out.
this.
I did not sign up for this. Oh man.
All right. A family on vacation gets to know the locals personally.
Was that The Hills Have Eyes?
Yes,
Okay, I
correct.
thought same thing. Cool.
Nice. That's a good one. And personally, did they get?
Oh yeah. So it's kind of
Okay.
your fault for picking that as a vacation spot. All right.
I know,
Go
man.
somewhere tropical.
Dude, so The
Right.
Hills Have Eyes, those movies are like that's probably like the best of that type of genre, like that really dirty the part that like
Yeah,
that type
inbred.
of genre. I really don't like that type of genre of horror
Yeah.
movies. But The Hills Have Eyes is the best representation, I feel like, of that genre. Right? Is that fair to say?
I feel like that's one of the movies that kind of push the trend and really put it out there and kind of gave the South a reputation where
Yeah.
some people actually started to believe like, avoid the South. I don't feel like being dinner today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
All right, here we go for the next one. Guy is not happy with his new weight loss program and desperately tries to get out of it.
So we got dinner. So
Yeah,
dinner.
dinner.
You can't have an episode like this without Stephen King a reference to
Oh
something,
yeah,
right?
right.
You gotta throw in. I mean,
He's had two so far, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the Stephen King episode last year for last like Halloween, and then we just did recently a bonus episode. You can check it out on our channel for the Horror's Greatest TV show that came out on Shudder last month, and they had a whole episode on Stephen King. So have to throw it in there.
Yeah, he's unavoidable.
He's unavoidable. He's
It's like-
Thanos.
And I don't know what this guy was complaining about. Like people would kill and probably have killed to be able to lose weight like that, especially at his age.
Celebrities do it, right? The whole pen thing. That
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, on Zombiac or
Yeah,
something they have
something
right
like
now?
that.
Something.
This is
Yeah.
way better without the diarrhea.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay any extra money for it. It was all free. You're
Right.
welcome.
Exactly. And you're not stealing medicine from the diabetic.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Next one. I feel you guys are gonna get this one quick. Sick man makes the most of his final days by creating games for others.
Saw.
Saw.
So
Saul's always good, man. What number are we on now for this franchise?
we
I think
just did
11.
10. Yeah, we just did 10. 11 is
Yeah,
next.
11
because
now,
I
huh?
just read an article
Jeez.
saying that Tobin is coming back for 11.
Yeah.
I was like, hot
Yes,
damn,
that's
what
right.
the hell? What?
Considering he died in like the third one.
That's what I'm
Right?
saying. This guy's been dead. So this must be a prequel then? Maybe?
Super flashbacks.
10,
Yeah.
10 was a
Super
prequel. 10, yeah, 10 was a prequel. I gotta say though, I actually enjoyed 10. I felt like
Hmm.
10 is one of the better ones. And
Mhm.
it actually did it where you kind of were on his side. It made him a more sympathetic character. So it was weird that it did that, but it pulled it off.
I kind of
And
like
it
it when they do
actually
that.
it
Okay.
actually gave you someone that you wanted to lose more than him, who's supposed to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you actually now are cheering for him to destroy other people's lives. It's like, come on, guy, you got it.
I mean, let's
Yeah,
be
get
real.
it.
Got
People
it
were
in you.
always cheering for him to
Yes.
destroy these people's
Yes,
lives.
I know. That's true.
He became like another modern day Freddy to some extent, which is like,
Yes.
yeah, kill these bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, for the next one, hopefully it's not too vague, but a group of kids try to ruin a small town tradition.
A group of kids isn't
Try to ruin a small town tradition.
a group of kids try to ruin a small town tradition. It's not oh man, let me think. A group of kids try to ruin a small town tradition. Sometimes they come back. I don't know how obscure you're going with these horror movies. No?
No, I try to I try not to go too obscure because
Oh,
we don't know who's watched what.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Got it. 27
Yes.
years. Got it.
Exactly.
Isn't that always very specific? Why 27 years? Why 27?
That is a weird. That is a weird
It's a weird
number.
number, right? Usually like decade,
Yeah.
something like that. Like 27 is the most obscure number. It has to have meant something to Stephen King. Because 27 is
Yeah.
such a weird number.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah. Isn't there
Maybe
like a certain age, like a young age where like celebrities die at? Somewhere
27,
isn't
you
between
that 30,
mean?
27 and
36?
32?
Oh,
Something like that.
27. It's
Is it
27?
27?
That's the famous one because that's when Kurt
Ah,
Cobain did.
Yeah.
I think
So
Tupac was around that age, something like that, but it's usually
Jimi Hendrix, I
27.
think, was around that area.
okay,
Yeah.
so you're
So
saying Pennywise did it.
so
Yeah. Ah, theory.
something to think
I
about.
think we have a thumbnail.
Okay. All
Pennywise
right.
killed Jimi
We
Hendrix.
might
Got it.
we might have just put a target on our back.
Well, we're not
No.
27. We're well past 27. We're good.
Yeah. No, they'll get us at what is it, 54?
Yeah, but see, he
You
feeds
know.
off of fear, and we've established we ain't afraid of shit.
That's exactly. Once you have moms like ours, you're
Yeah.
not scared of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next one. Girl can't take a joke and gets angry at her peers.
Come on, Carrie, get over it.
Yeah. Come on, Carrie.
Like, come on, where's your sense of humor? All right. Yeah. So little pig's blood. Ooh.
Come on, we all eat bacon, we all eat pork. I mean, what's the difference,
All
right?
right.
Come on.
Talk about going from 0 to 100. That's the equivalent of you just like pinching someone and they put an axe to your neck. Like,
You know when it's like, couldn't you have told me or like hinted at me you're getting upset? Like you could have told me
No
we could have talked
warnings.
about this first. Those no warnings.
no one even
Jeez.
told her to calm down. So like, I don't know
Yeah.
why she elevated that high.
And imagine this. Imagine the poor kid that didn't even want to go to the school dance and his parents forced him to go. So he shows up at the last minute and like walks in. Hey guys, what's going on? All the doors slammed shut. It's like, what the hell is this? Poor kid.
It was nice
Right.
to you.
There's like another nerd out in that audience
Yeah.
who's like, he's having his day. It's like, man, the girl actually said yes to me. This is my
Yeah.
day.
Oh, dude, John Hughes. If you would have had a John Hughes perspective. Yes.
Ducky, no.
Ducky. Just when he couldn't end worse for Ducky. Boom, he's right there with Carrie. Oh man, this is funny.
But 3 people with no sense of directions can't stop arguing after getting lost.
Blair Witch. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys gone back to rewatch Blair Witch?
Hell no.
I did.
Sorry. That's too fast.
Hell no.
I did when we did our 100 horror
movie?
movie challenge,
Yeah,
so I
me
had
too.
to do it. So I went back and it did not get any better.
No. Would you say it got a little worse Or would
It
you say
got
it stayed in worse?
yeah, I would say it was more boring than what it was before.
Yeah.
Uh, I think knowing that at least the first time I was watching it, there was anticipation, like something can happen at any
Yeah,
moment.
yeah.
Knowing that nothing will happen until the very end, I think made it more boring because I was like, okay, I just
Mhm.
gotta sit through them arguing for another like hour.
That's
Yeah.
it. And it's
You
just a
probably
guy staring in a corner. He's just staring in a corner.
Yeah, he was tired. That was a lot of walking.
There was a lot of walking. I don't blame him.
Oh. Family calling two professionals to get rid of a violent squatter in their new farmhouse.
Nice. Conjuring.
Yeah, yes. These whole squatter rights thing are they're just going too far.
Dude, and that's like they let him stay for like a year or two, right? Like in real law or something, I think. For squatters.
Real law,
Yeah,
yeah, the
well,
squatters have a lot
yeah,
of rights.
Yeah. Why?
they have
Why?
they have a lot. So I
It's
think the Warrens
trespassing.
were kind of in violation of the law, going in there and trying to like get the squatter out.
Yeah. I didn't say that they had a warrant. The
Oh,
Warrens
oh.
didn't have a warrant. Hey.
Hey.
Three girls are eager to leave after missing a birthday party to hang out with 23 weirdos.
Descent? No,
No,
no, no. There's like 4 girls
You
there.
said with
three
23
three
weirdos?
girls
23.
are eager to leave after missing a birthday party to hang out with 23 weirdos.
Ooh, you got another one.
Okay,
23.
got it set
Yeah.
up.
23 weirdos. The 23 that's throwing me off. You said 3 teens?
3
Three
girls.
3
girls eager
girls.
to leave after missing a birthday party to hang out with 23 weirdos.
Hmm.
Oh, we
Damn.
might have our
Damn.
first stumper.
Man, we might have our
Our
first stump
first
here. 3 girls eager to leave.
after missing a birthday party to hang out with 23 weirdos.
Oh, got it. Split.
What? Yes.
Ah,
23
fuck.
personalities. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. There you
There
go.
it is. That's good.
Nice. All
That
right.
was a good one.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Which, by the way, still such an underrated performance
Oh,
by
yeah.
him. I definitely think I'm not saying he should have won for that year. He should have at least gotten sub nomination, I think, for that before to be able to, play all of those characters so distinctively at such a high level. And I think what hurt that movie is it was a January movie. And so I think by the time it got when they were like picking out people, it was forgotten, like the level that he put out.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you think he gave as good of a performance, a better performance than Joaquin Phoenix did as Joker? Who gave the better performance? We're
Uh,
not going movies. We're not going
Just the performance
genres.
in general.
Just the
You know,
performance.
I
I'm gonna
would
give it to
say
him. I'm gonna give it to him
yes.
over Joaquin.
Yeah, I would say yes, just because he had to play so many different characters, not
Yeah,
just one character going through it, and he was very convincing. Like even when he turns into the beast, his physical acting really
exactly.
made it look like he was transforming.
I
Yeah, and it's
agree.
not just that, it's his physique too. Under all of that was a freaking beast of a man. Like that was the bulkiest we've seen him. And like
Mm.
he was managed to like make that body look meek when he was like the
Yes.
female character,
Yeah,
you
Yes.
know,
Or the
while
boy.
Joaquin was just a scrawny motherfucker through the whole thing. And that took work too, but it's a constant thing that he has to be at.
Yes.
While the other one is just like, all right, now this scene, flip it to this character. Like your
Yeah.
mind has to always just constantly be shifting with each scene.
Mhm.
And they
exactly.
said like there were other characters that he had that we didn't even get to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have two good performances. If I had to pick one, I'm gonna put his over Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix's performance.
I agree, man. When I was watching, I had rewatched, what was it? Glass, right? The
Oh, the
Mhm.
third one.
trilogy. It's really not as good as Split, man.
No.
When I rewatch it, I'm just like, like it's not even as good as Unbreakable. It was like the worst of the three. And how it felt
Yeah,
too,
forced.
yeah, very
Yeah.
forced, but very gimmicky, very superhero like. All of a sudden, it felt like he was trying to do like a Marvel movie almost.
Yeah.
It didn't. It completely lost the grounded feeling that the first two had. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. It's almost like there was too much money there.
Yes, exactly. Too much
And
money.
We know what happens with Shyamalan when he's like given like too much. He works better with restrictions,
budget.
lower
Yep.
budgets, smaller scale. He tends to do his
Mm.
best work. Once he goes big scale, we know what happens.
And nothing with Aang. Do
Yeah,
not touch,
yeah.
please.
There's no twist ending there. It's always bad.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, exactly.
a girl trip full of guilt and resentment.
Now is that the
This
descent?
one is the descent, right?
That's the
Yeah.
descent.
This is the.
That's insane.
The girl's
That's,
trip.
yeah, that was the whole undertone of the thing, which still underrated movie. Like I
It
go
is.
back to it and it still holds up. It's still enjoyable.
And here's the great thing about that. If you ever like watch the opening, right? It's always like those first 20 minutes of that movie. There's like that scene where they're kind of pulling up and stuff. When I just start to watch a little bit, I'm like, I gotta watch this movie now. Like it gets me every time. Like that movie's solid, man. I really dig that movie too. I think it's underrated.
See, I think I have to go back to it because I only see it maybe once or twice, and I didn't appreciate it as much as everyone else did. It was kind of just a whatever film,
Okay.
but maybe I need to watch it again to see what everyone else is seeing. Because everyone
It's
I know talks highly about that movie.
for me, what it is, it's not that it's like the most high concept. It's one of the greatest movies. It's not necessarily that. It was one that I had very low expectations when I went to watch it
Yeah.
because I didn't hear about the hype or anything. So when I watched, I remember just sitting back, like the way that I know is like it was one of those movies that I put on while I'm doing something, and if I notice it keeps catching my interest, and I sit down, I start watching it, and I stop doing whatever else that I'm doing, that's a movie. I'm like, okay, you caught my interest. That was one of those movies. I was like, man, that is good. I think I've seen it about twice as well. Solid movie. I dig it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is like it did what it did very well. You
Yes,
know, there was certain things like the creature reveal. That scene was really, really well
really
done.
good. Yes,
The characterizations with them and the interactions was done very well. To
yes,
the point, this movie, what it was able to do is by by the end of the movie, it was able to twist it where the original perpetrator, you kind of feel bad for it while you're not feeling as bad for the original victim. And it was able to, as the movie goes on, kind of like twist that over and create these character changes that seemed normal and natural to the situation. And I think that's what it did very well.
100%. And I always think it's excellent writing when you can get a very clear basis of the character dynamics immediately. And this movie established who these characters were, how their social group works very quickly. And I was like, well done. Yeah, well done for what it had.
All right. A desolate town play a big game of the floor is lava.
Desolate Town plays a big game of the floor is lava. It's not Drag Me to Hell. No, it wouldn't be Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, Tremors.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like
That
why is it taking so
surprised
long?
me that it was
We
Yeah,
just
taking that
talked
long.
about it too.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, "Duh, what the hell?"
We had a smorgasbord of ideas running through our head right now. First time I ever
As
heard
I
that
was-
word, by the way.
As I was about to read it, I'm like, damn, we just mentioned this is gonna
Yeah,
be too
yeah.
easy.
Yeah, the original, or not? I guess not the original Sandworms, but the revised version of the Sandworms, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, I was again, like I said, I was literally watching it before we did this recording. I got like 15 minutes left, and it's still so good. It's still
I
such a
love that movie. Yeah.
such a fun movie.
It is. And one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie is the woman in the car, right? Where it's kind of getting sucked in. You see like the headlights and stuff like that, kind of going over it.
Yeah.
What a cool visual. Just really dope. You see like the headlights and they bleed out as they look into the sky. That scene was almost like too good for the movie, where I was like, this is really good cinematography here.
Yeah.
This is good filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's not just, Kevin Bacon screaming out expletives.
Yes. But we'll take that too.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Heck
Oh, yeah.
you!
Yeah. You. Yeah. I love it. I still quote that too. Anytime I say that phrase, that's how I say it every time.
Yeah. And they filmed a pilot for a TV show for
Yeah.
this, and I believe with Kevin
With him.
Bacon.
Are
Yeah,
you
and it
serious?
was yeah, it was filmed a pilot and everything. They wanted to go out with the show, and then it just kind of got lost in the abyss, and it just nothing
Got
ever
swallowed.
happened with it.
Swallowed in
Yeah.
the ground.
Got swallowed in. Fish should have stayed on the roof.
Graboids.
All right. And for the last one, we have a small community that takes LARPing way too serious.
Is it Midsummer?
No.
No.
Or Hereditary. I just
No,
like
it's small.
that community aspect.
Village of the Damned?
A small community that takes LARPing too serious.
Children of the Corn.
Nope.
Oh.
Pay attention to the key phrases. So, a small community that takes LARPing too serious.
The Village?
Yes, the
Is
village.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Dude, I've been trying to find this damn movie and it's not streaming anywhere.
Good.
The
Oh, really?
Village. Yes. And the reason why is when I first saw it, I didn't like it at all. And
Me
I
either.
hadn't seen it since then. But the way one time I was having a conversation with Marie, the way that she painted it, I'm like, I kind of like the way that she's observing this movie. Let me rewatch this. Marie, if you're listening, I apologize, but you also say this about the Blair Witch, and all three of us are still no.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
but she
agree with
sold it-
Marie on this one, though. I'm with Marie on The Village because we both
Okay.
enjoy that movie.
That's why I want to rewatch it, because the way she was explaining, I'm like, you know what? It's been a minute, and it's got an excellent cast. Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix is in it, and I remember killing it. I need to rewatch it because that I felt like this movie. The issue with me with this movie is that the gimmicky twist ending thing was just like, oh my god, you don't have to do this every single movie, M. Night. That's how it felt like, and I feel like the ending got revealed because you see spoiler alert, I'm not going to say too much what it is, but when you see him searching and he pulls out the pictures in the safe, they didn't have safes. Why is there safes? Once I saw the safe, I was like, I'm out. I already knew the ending.
Yeah.
I got
So,
it.
yeah. I only watched it that first time when it first came out in the theater. And just the fact that they lied to us throughout the whole marketing thing and framed it for something that it wasn't, it just made me really dislike the movie. And then I always refused to watch it again. Have not watched it since that first Friday where it came out in the
Yeah.
theater.
I'll
I
never
agree.
forget coming out of the theater and how pissed off Jose was.
You guys saw it together?
Oh, yeah. We watched a
Yeah.
bunch of movies back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I have
man.
not seen it since.
Yes, but Jose, our rule is always we got to give a movie 2 watches before we can fairly accurately score it.
They lied to me, Dan.
hold on,
They
hold on,
lied
wait.
to me to my face.
You said
They
our
looked
rule.
They looked me in
Yes.
the eyes and they lied.
I know. I felt the same way too. You deliberately disobeyed me. And even worse, you put Nala in danger. And that's Jose's the Nala in the scenario. That's how I felt. I was like, come on, man. That's where marketing, like really bad marketing. Like, can you guys think of other examples where like marketing, like a really bad marketing of a movie that just like killed it? And it was just like, oh my God.
See, for me, it's usually the case of like, I didn't mind the bait and switch tactics on that one. I get more annoyed when too much is revealed. Like, I think back to The Island by Michael Bay. I
Mhm.
think the concept of that movie was so good, but the freaking marketing for it was horrible because it tells you everything. Like the big secret is just let out right from the beginning. And it's just like, well, man, how great that would have been to go to the theaters and see that big reveal that they were all donors. It's like, oh, that would have been really awesome. It's like, you told me already. Now I don't care.
This is horse shit. And you
Yeah.
start knocking everything out. I'm going home. Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
a Michael Bay film with a good idea? What's that?
Yeah. Not just explosions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they had earlier this year, I believe in January, that was a big controversy, and it was regarding, I believe it was the Mean Girls, where it was not
Yeah,
marketed
yeah.
as a musical. So people were showing up and all of a sudden seeing a musical and being like very angry and irate at what they were seeing and stuff. So that was another thing where it's like you have to reveal that. That is a main component of the movie. That changes it completely. So they're gonna find out. So there's no need in lying to them beforehand.
It
Yeah.
kind of feels a little bit with what you're saying with the Joker too, right? Like so many, all I'm hearing is negative reactions
It's
from
bad.
this. It's brutal. Even Kevin posted a picture that went to the movie theater. It was him and
Yeah.
Ago and literally nobody else. And I even messaged him saying, dude, did anybody else shut up? He goes, not a single person. I'm like, dude, I would kill for that to happen one time. But I'm like, but with them, it's like we kind of knew it was a musical, kind of, but like they didn't really advertise that. And even now, I still don't know if it's a true musical. But I have heard one person post part of what a story was, and I don't know. man, because I saw one person say it can't be that bad. Please tell me it cannot be that bad. And I was like, it can't be that bad like everybody's making it sound. And one guy gave a brief little description of what happened in the movie. And I was like, okay, if that's true, I would hate this fucking movie. So like, please tell me that's not true.
When you have critics and audience on the
Yeah.
same page, I saw at some point yesterday, both were at 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. When you have both agreeing, coming together like the Bloods and the Crips,
Yeah.
All out the cookout together.
Yes.
no, it's a serious problem when they're like coming
Yes,
together
man.
like that.
Dude,
So,
it got a worse score than Madame Web.
it's pacing right now to make
Yeah.
Morbius money on its opening weekend.
Oof.
And it's like I saw so many things on Twitter. And it was the same message. It was the same thing. It was someone replying to their own post, and their original post is
Yes, they're quote
going in to
tweeted.
check out the Joker,
Yeah.
and then replying to their own post like I walked out, or this was horrible, or this is bad. There was so
Man.
many of those where you see their excitement in the first post, and then their anger and disappointment in their second post. And to the point that the director came out and said they're basically hinting that he's done with DC,
Yeah.
and he's done with this genre.
Yeah. Dude, they didn't even do screenings. They didn't even do pre-screenings for this movie before it came out. You know that's always a bad sign.
Yeah. I already gave Jen the good news even before this happened. I was like, Jen, don't worry, we're not going to watch this movie. We're not going to suffer through this. All right. We didn't want to watch the first one. We're definitely not watching the second one.
Oh God, I know.
It's a Joker movie, and honestly, for most of this year since I started hearing the first inklings of what may happen in it, I have had absolutely no interest in
Yeah.
watching it. I never
Mm.
at all over the last, 6, 7 months even got the urge of like, oh, I'm gonna go see that in the theater.
Yeah, my enthusiasm for it completely waned as the year went on, and I'm just like, ugh, because before, like when we looked at the titles, this was like a top 3 hype movie for me. I was like, I'm excited to watch this one because I really liked the first one. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not, it is what it is.
I was like, speaking of the advertising aspect, though, because you brought up Mean Girls and now this movie, I have noticed that the advertising for Wicked has been taking a shift. Because when that first came
Yes.
out, there was no singing. And I saw another trailer recently where I saw some singing a little bit, or at least some more vocal
Yeah.
music in the background that showed their voices. And it's like, all right, they're learning from everyone else's
Yes.
mistakes.
Which is crazy to me because look at your 2 leads. I mean, you got
Two
Ariana Grande,
top-notch singers. Yeah.
2 top-notch singers. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like
Who are you,
showcase
and
your
who
talent.
who are you lying to? If you're putting on, like, anyone that's going to go watch Wicked has watched the live performance of
Exactly.
Wicked. No random person's be
No.
like, oh, Wicked, yes, let's
Who's your
go.
target
I don't know what that
audience?
is.
Right?
Who's your target audience? It's Disney goers and it's musical theater people, which are also Disney goers.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
people.
They
Not
know.
rockets.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you hiding?
They're not getting
Yeah.
Chuck. Chuck's not gonna go buy tickets for this movie. Come on. But you know what? They had that one ad though, George, where they didn't sing. Maybe Chuck's
That's
gonna
it.
get
We
his
got
money.
him.
They say, we got him. On that note, thank you for watching another episode of Not a Strong Start. Please like, subscribe, comment, share on YouTube channel Not a Strong Start. You can listen to us anywhere you listen to your podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, Not a Strong Start. I'm your host, Mike at my mouth. Follow me at King_Sangre.
I'm not your host, the tall Hispanic who speaks sometimes. You can find me at This Is Mi Nombre on Instagram.
And I'm your other guy, the talking head, and you can find me at Nicolopolis.